lends itself to a gun?
I don't think it does.
Come on, if he had one of those at
I don't know why you never got a gun.
Hi there, and welcome to the Punchmans report. We're recapping divisions 5D and 5E in the REL side of the tournament. That's North America for REBBL. My name is Rusty Seabutter, and I'm an orc coach in Division 3. They're tough boys from Queens, but they love their mamas and all they side chicks.
Hey folks, I'm Jimmy Brito, and I coach some Necro Murder Puppies in REL 4, Fighting Fours. And in their spare time, they like some cheese, coffee, and burritos. This will be our second season in REBBL. We've been playing Blood Bowl for about 5 years now.
Mostly against each other.
Mostly against each other.
And a couple other guys. But yeah, we've been playing for a bit, but this is our first year broadcasting. So, any pointers, tips, tricks, highlights, whatever, be sure to send them our way. But, without any further ado, you ready to start jumping into some divisions?
Yep.
All
Start
right.
with 5E.
5E it is.
Elegant E.
So the way we're going to, this is our preview episode. Obviously, no one's played any games yet, or if you have, we're not going to talk about them until we do the recap next week. So this week is basically the season preview, and we're going to run through all the teams, give a quick look over the rosters, any notes or comments from there, and then we'll look at the upcoming schedule, and we'll even get you some division picks and things like that. So let's start with Midsummer Nightmares, the Dark Elf 1,000-point team in 5E.
So, and 5E is all fresh roll teams, correct?
I believe so. When I looked over it before, everybody was at 1,000 or under, and
Alright,
no
so
games played.
We're going to be looking at starting builds primarily here.
And we got a nice red and white color scheme. Always nice to see some thought put into the colors. And of course, since as we run through this 5E, that's going to basically be some starter team layouts, so we're not going to have that much to talk about, but maybe we can give some pointers and whatnot. So yeah.
So Coach Duke N. He's got 4 blitzers, runner, rest lineman, 2 reroll. Personally, I like the Witch Elf starting build, but I understand 4 blitzers, 4 block. It's a good start.
Yeah, I always kind of feel like a runner's a thing you take later, but I also don't play Dark Elves, so I'm probably not the best person to ask.
It's only 10k more for the runner. I like it. He's got the extra movement. He loses a little armor, but
yeah, he's at 2 rerolls, so he's going to have to start dumping money into that. Same with the APO.
1 fewer GFI.
Yeah, 1 fewer GFI a game. And then naturally, Dark Elves suffer a little bit until they start getting dodge in the mix, where they can really start setting up that horrible screen that they're capable of. But yeah,
is this a naming scheme? Seems kind of random. Am I missing it? It's got Moriarty, Voldemort, Rob Stark. I don't know.
Maybe they're all bad guys. They're all nightmares from the Midsummer. Not the late summer though.
Rob Stark, known bad guy in Game of Thrones.
This is gonna be a shock. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I have no idea who Rob Stark is. I assume he's
Still
like
learning
Raoden.
things about you. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
No.
But
all right, let's move
clearly
on.
there's some naming going here, so we always endorse naming. Oh, and look, no, our next team here is the Side Street Chaps, but they are in fact 1040.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like he has some development. So he must have been the one that had played. Let's take a look. He is 2 games in Greenhorn. Yep, so a little bit of development, and he is 0-1-1 in those games, with 12 injuries inflicted and 0 deaths, 17 injured players. So pretty good start for him.
Yeah, and looking over the roster, 1 reroll. It's the first thing that jumps out at me. But he's got his APO.
Yeah, I guess so. He went April 1st, sacrificed the reroll. Same starting build. but he got strong arm on the runner.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know what I think about that.
I don't know what I think about that. I think I might have gone dodge first or block.
I would have absolutely gone dodge or block first, but I'm not inventive or creative. And this guy's clearly got an idea in his head of what he wants to do with this runner.
Charm bracelet. Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, put some effort into the namings. Doth Protest is a good blitzer name, in my opinion.
I watched one of this guy's Greenhorn games, I think.
Oh, yeah? How do you look?
And, yeah, he played a team called Things Dwarves Hate.
What kind of team was that?
I remember that was a dwarf team.
Oh.
We'll talk about them later. But, yeah, I remember his name, Excel Proficient. Some of these names stand out. You'll have to explain where these names come from when you get a chance.
Head Jim
Coaches
Truvision.
Rock Lobstrosity.
Oh, that is a good one.
Sockhands Puppet Master. I like it.
So yeah, same deal here. It's a starter Dark Elf team, no witches. Get some dodge, get some block, get some mighty blow, get some other annoying skills, set up a screen, and make orcs move 1 square per turn for all of eternity.
You only play orcs.
That's the only team I've ever played Dark Elves with. All right. So
let's
Jaden
move on to
B.
the next team.
Yeah.
Violacious Violators.
And we're into lizard territory now. We're going up to Slantopec.
Skewer and Scurry. It's got the pink skirts.
I like it.
It's good. Matches his blue.
I'm fond of any pink scheme with any team, really. I think they all look good.
You're one of those.
Just saying, it brings color to the game. Stand out.
This is a bog standard build. I'm looking at this. It's got the Crocs 2 reroll, all sources, 4 skinks. This is some say like the riskier build versus just getting 6 sources, 3 rerolls, no Crocs. But I don't know. I like having the big guy with the tail.
Yeah, I'm in that camp. I think the Crocs is one of the best big men in the game. Maybe, we can argue later about whether or not mummies count as big men. Yes. But other than them, I would say they're the best.
Yeah, you have 7 4+ strength guys to start. It's pretty intimidating.
Yeah, and you want to get those MVP. You don't want your Crocs to be missing out on MVP opportunities early.
Right.
Getting that shot at block on him is a game changer early on. We had in Division 5 last year, we had the Skinky Island Boys. They wound up winning, never losing to anybody. Only one team tied them. I'm not gonna say who it is, but only one team tied them. It wasn't me.
Who was it?
It wasn't me. It was some humans.
I think I know.
But
might be a feather in his catcher cap.
It might be. But he got blocked on that Croxagore like game 1, and it was a big problem for everybody. Yeah, it really was. So naturally, he wants to start getting points on these sources as fast as he can. That is the downside to the Lizard team, is the slow start with the sources. It's one agility.
MVPs.
Yeah. Hope for MVPs and a break. And keep your skinks alive as best you can. And a good reminder, I think, for... True. Do what you can.
Keep your sources alive. Save the APO for the sources.
Oh, yeah. Well, he has no APO. And
buy an APO first.
Yeah, that would be the first thing I put money into, even before I get another skink for depth. And you're going to want to get a few skinks for depth as you go.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I'm a big believer. And you always want to have a skink to be able to feel late in the game. Because I hunt them.
Yeah, that's true.
So you wind up with no skink at the end of the game, and you're not picking the ball up.
Third reroll APO first, and then start worrying about skink depth.
I would do the APO before the reroll. Honestly, I think they can ride out the first couple games.
Yeah.
But you want to be able to save your either a source that has
Source
SPP
goes down.
Or the Crocs, and no regen on that Crocs because he's a lizard, not a troll. But yeah,
makes sense.
Good standard team. Some of these look like original names? I can't tell.
I don't know. They look like default
Maybe
names
not?
to me, but
All right.
maybe
Well,
not.
boo on you, Jaden V, if that's the case.
Roxlantha. Let's move on to Ulthuan Sea Serpent. It's a stupid name.
Stupid name for a stupid coach.
Coached by Rylon. If I remember, Rylon made a goblin team and then re-rolled to high elves because he wanted more of a challenge
And less fun.
and less fun. And yeah, so I don't know if there's any variability in high elf builds, but he's got the 3 re-rolls, 2 blitzers, thrower, no 8 bow, 1,000 points. Pretty standard. Default names.
Yeah.
Shame.
It is a tremendous shame. I would expect better out of Rylon.
Motto.
A goblin
Strike
coach.
hard, strike fast. Oy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like having the one catcher as early as you can and just feed him. And then once he's ridiculous, you just get another catcher and you start feeding him.
Yeah. Feed
once
Blodge to your blitzers and catchers ASAP. And then they become real pains.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the same thing. You're going to want to be able to screen. You do got that 4 agility, just like Dark Elves. Also, like Dark Elves, you don't start with very much dodge, so you want to start getting that on guys so you can pull them out and screen effectively against the bashier teams in the division.
Yep.
But yeah, 3 rerolls, no APO. It's
Get
pretty
that
normal.
APO.
Yeah, get that APO. Protect those key pieces. Let the not key pieces die.
Yeah.
Linos are great.
It's true. Let's move on to Coach Centaurian Snicker Snack. Amazons. I like Amazons.
Oh, thank God, Amazons.
This is my first real team that I stuck with was Amazons.
Nice gray color scheme.
Yeah.
Really brings out their eyes.
Mad Max.
I'm gonna defer to you a little bit. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna defer just yet because first thing I notice is 4 rerolls and an APO.
Yep.
On and how many players? Since he breaks his players up, it's hard to. I can't just eyeball.
I think
how many
it's
there are.
11.
Yep, 11 players. I guess you don't need depth early, despite all the armor 7.
Nah, because you have Blodge on 4 of your players and Dodge on the rest.
Right.
So they're armor 7, but they actually nobody's got tackle yet except for a couple dwarf teams. So as long as you don't run into those early, you actually don't get taken down as often as others.
As you might.
Yeah, and again, you don't really want the depth because you want to focus the skill points on the positionals. So you still need to want to get another catcher, and you want to start loading points on the blitzers and the catcher.
Yeah.
Or call catchers and throwers tend to hog SPP, so you really want to make sure your blitzers get fed. They're going to be your key pieces here.
Yeah,
Get some
6,
mighty
3,
blow,
3, 7.
some piling on, some tackle.
Might have been nice if they would have given just the blitzers armor 8, but I guess that blows the theme.
Ruins them. Then
Yeah.
they wouldn't all be the same.
Or maybe they wouldn't all start with Blodge. But starting with Blodge is a nice thing. Blodge is super powerful.
It's great. It's great.
These
Other than
are... look at the names. It is a good theme.
Got some yeah. Got
Alice.
some themes.
Alice is the thrower. The Cheshire Cat's the catcher. I might have done the White Rabbit for the catcher. Also, if you're going to make a violent game like Blood Bowl and name them Alice in Wonderland characters, where's the Jabberwocky? Or is this some Disney shit version? But yeah, I think that does it for them.
Maybe on his next catcher.
Should be a blitzer.
Yeah, it should. Maybe one will die and he'll have a chance to redeem himself.
Oh, now this I'm liking. MJ Dance Squad.
Dead and Thirsty is the coach.
Look at those
His
stars.
Team motto is Shamonit. These stars, man. Necro teams get screwed on the kits with these zombies and the Franks. They look silly. But I do like the stars on the wolves. It's good.
You know, normally I do like orange with the Necros, so I get the orange shorts underneath the leather jacket with the Franks.
Mm.
But these look good. They almost look like boxer shorts with the stars on them.
Yeah.
So it's like they're rocking their leather jacket and their high school T-shirt, But then, they're in their boxers because some lady ran off with their pants.
Always running off with the pants.
Well, that's what they do.
Let's look at his starting build. This is my favorite starting build for Necro. You get the 1 wolf.
Yep.
You get the 1 ghoul.
Yep.
2 flesh golems, 2 whites, 3 rerolls. It's a good start. Focus on the werewolf, getting some points on him as soon as you can. Get some touchdowns. Some thriller.
Yeah, I wonder what the next werewolf's going to be.
Yeah, but that's going to be his next purchase for sure.
Yeah, he should be saving pretty much exclusively. Since there's no APO with the Necro team, you don't got to worry about the money for that. You got your Necro built in. 3 rerolls is pretty much good for as long as you'll ever need. So yeah, money goes towards that werewolf, or
wolf.
when your Franks die unexpectedly.
My Franks live forever.
Yeah, but REL has a history.
It has a history, it does, yeah. I feel bad for those people.
Yeah, nothing worse than losing a Frank. A Frank is an incredible piece for those of you who've never played Necros. They're an interesting team because they're a little bit of everything. They are they're probably the truest hybrid team, I think, in the game.
Watch the Season 6 Super Bowl if you want to watch some Franks doing some stand-in firm.
Yeah.
Causing a whole bunch of ruckus. So it's a good game for Frank play.
Was it anything like what we saw in the playoffs last year with that one Frank holding up 3 Black Orcs?
Maybe. I didn't actually watch last year's, but yeah, it was one Frank in the middle because his other Frank was dead and retired or whatever. And he was holding them up, standing firm, keeping the killers from getting their claws into anybody.
Yep. And naturally, you want to get block on your ghoul pretty early. You want to get block on your Franks.
Maybe on the first one. The second ghoul, on mine, I built the first ghoul to be a wrestle tackle,
rackle,
strip ball ghoul.
Right. Right.
I think I might do block on him first if now that I have 2 fresh ghouls because both of mine died last season. I might do block first.
As a more experienced Necro coach, what do you like for the werewolf? Like when you're starting off with that first werewolf, where do you want to take him? Straight to block and dodge? You're
really hoping for the doubles so you can get Mighty Blow. If not, you get block first. If you don't roll Mighty Blow in your first couple, then you just go block, dodge, tackle, maybe block, dodge, and I don't know, piling on. I guess you could do one.
Do you want to do piling on before you get Mighty Blow?
I mean, you have to roll doubles for the Mighty Blow, so.
Right. So if you don't roll doubles, do you maybe want to go a different direction, like make a carrier out of them, or?
I used to build my werewolves to have 1 carrier, 1 blitzer. I have changed my mind on that, and I go both of them to be hitters. So I get block dodge on both of them, and hope for Mighty Blow. But because you can. The ghouls, they're pretty replaceable. They're pretty fast. They're the only other player that can keep up with the werewolves.
Only 70k.
Yeah, pretty cheap. And the werewolves can carry the ball even with the killer build. You're going to be running your werewolves and ghouls up the field together. They can handle the ball well enough with Agi 3 without. Yeah, I would hate to dedicate like sure hands and not to a werewolf. Just feels like a waste. They're such good killers.
Yeah, with that built-in claw, that's a thing.
Just gotta cross your fingers for Mighty Blow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sooner or later, you figure with the amount of levels that wolves get, they're going to get a double somewhere along the way. And even if they don't, they're still a really good piece.
Until some dwarf team kills them, and then you're starting over.
And then you name the werewolf after that team.
All right, let's move on to the next team.
All right.
Undead team. Bones like a fish. Coach name is Rehab79.
Best 1,000-point race in the game.
These are good kits. I like this.
Yeah, I always feel weird about the 3 ghouls, but it seems to be the standard.
Oh, I'm looking at these jerseys, but yeah.
Oh, the kits. Yeah. What are they? They're like swampy, Rooney kits. Yeah, those are good. It's a nice color offset, too, with all the yellow on the mummies. Speaking of which, your mummies, they're your stars.
Mixini and Dante. Yeah.
Are these like fish names?
I meant to look this up. They might be fish bones or kinds of fish. I'm not sure. But yeah. So I don't think I've ever made an undead team. You can't afford to get the 4 ghouls, 2 mummies, 2 whites, 3 rerolls. So I think
right.
I think I might even start. Can you do? I should have looked around with this. Can you do 2 ghouls and get a spare zombie? Or a skeleton? Actually, where's the skeleton?
Well, I was gonna say, where's the skeleton for dirty player?
Oh no.
You want that dirty player skeleton? I'm a big believer.
It's got the extra movement.
Got the extra movement. He can fly across the field and put a boot in a man's face, where a boot belongs. But the zombies are fine, and they do a fine job. They will last a lot longer, but I don't know. I like having a mix. I like having the one guy with a little bit of more movement that you can kind of swing around. And they're all replaceable. They're all garbage.
Yep. Worse Linos.
Yeah, worse Linos. Well, no, there's worse. But they're pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Naturally, the mummies, they're your stars. They are a big part of why this is such a terrible team to run into early in a fresh league.
Yep.
Mighty Blow right off the bat, 5 strength. Doesn't matter what their agility is. Armor 9. They are slow, and it's like the one little drawback built into them. But for a big man, and I do classify them as big men, they're really good.
Yep.
And then your whites, they're your heavy lifters. They're the ones slowing down the opposing blitzers and setting the line, along with the mummies. And then later you build some skills into them, or you set them up to be guard, stand firm type pieces. Really depends on what you want to do. There's a lot of ways to build whites out. It may, you may luck into a stat up, and then suddenly you've got like a star player in the whites. 6 movement off the bat, it's nice. 3 agilities, no slouch. 8 armor's not the best, but it ain't shabby, and it's immune to claw.
8 armor? No. 7
yeah.
armor. It's claw.
Oh, I thought anything under 9 was immune. This is why I shouldn't be doing recaps. How'd they let this happen?
Oh no.
I know. I'm giving out bad info. It's y'all's fault. You put me here.
Let's move on to, speaking of claw, let's move on to this Nurgle team. Murderland Plague Flies. Evil one in a box.
Great! More Nurgle teams. Please keep re-rolling Nurgle teams and putting them in REL.
Team motto is kill 'em, then ill 'em. It's not bad.
That's not bad.
I read somewhere Nurgle has had a resurgence this season.
Yeah, I think they were one of the biggest teams, or one of the biggest reroll teams.
Spike in popularity, yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, because everybody saw FTD, or what was it, Nurgle's FTDs, and what they did in the Devastational.
Oh.
Just killing teams.
Yeah.
And that's what these guys grow into. Oh, look, he's got names. Stu the Flu. It's a good name.
Zika Zyrus.
Oh, yeah. Literally cancer. It's good. It's good. I like it.
This is a pretty standard Nurgle build, though. One Pestigore to start. He's going to be your ball carrier. You got your 4 Nurgle warriors, 2 rerolls, and a beast. It's slow going building these guys up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess traditionally you have that rough first season, and then you wind up, if you can get your team up around 1500 SPP, or 1500 TV, that's when they really start to shine. You start getting claw on some of those Nurgle warriors when you get doubles, get some block and mighty blow, and next thing you know, they're really good, And they got that built-in disturbing presence, which makes it impossible, basically, for people to do things if you stack it on them. So they are a bog you down, be annoying, get in the way team that can later kill the shit out of everybody. Tentacles on the Beast of Nurgle is pretty huge.
Yeah, great for those skinks and gutters.
Yeah, and they're basically a troll with tentacles and disturbing presence, which means they're better than a troll. But yeah, I mean, when I played Nurgle FTDs last year, it took a minor miracle to dodge a 4 agility guy out of that out of those tentacles to win the game. But I did, and I won the game.
Nice.
So, yeah. What's up with you, Beast and Nurgle, now? Now that you're not in my division, I don't got to worry about you no more.
Alright, let's move on to the vampire team. Less sucky bloodsuckers. Coaches,
Let's do
trees
it.
are people. 2, no they're not. They're not people, they're trees.
And I am happy to see vampire teams. They
Yeah.
are a lot of fun.
This looks like default names.
Which is
That's
unfortunate.
okay.
They are,
That's
yeah,
okay.
You get a lot of
They got-
naming potential.
Of the default names, I think vampires are middle of the pack.
Right. A lot of Baldos, though.
Yeah. So he's got 4 rerolls, 3 vampires.
Which is smart.
I think
That's a good
I
starting
think that's
build.
pretty standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do people usually start with an APO with vampires?
Not that I've seen. But mostly I've seen our boy Nert playing them, so who knows?
That's
But
true.
I've seen a lot of the starting teams starting with the 3 vamps and 4 rerolls, which is kind of the safer bet.
Yeah.
And then there's I think if you ditched one of the rerolls, then you can squeeze in a 4th vampire or something like that. I'm looking at the math. I don't know if that's exactly right. 70k, 40k, yeah. So you could ditch a reroll and get another vamp in if you wanted to 4. But maybe the way to go is to play it safe early with the extra rerolls and then start building vamps in as you go.
Fewer vamps means fewer bloodlusts.
Right. Cut down on your variables a little bit until you have the skills to kind of offset the disasters that will occur. And you get a lot of thralls on the field.
Hopefully you get that APO after the first game and you don't suffer any vampire deaths.
Yep. Which there have been a lot of in the Greenhorn.
There have been, yeah.
But vamps are incredible pieces. They,
A lot of
4/4.
flexibility.
Yeah, they're real stars. And once you get your full count, it's a pretty formidable team, even for kind of they're not a stunty team, but a sillier team. Hypnotic Gaze is really nice if you use it right and coordinate it.
Full
You
count.
can do incredible things.
Got that.
You like that?
Full count.
I got the full count.
Full count of counts.
And you lay the cards down on the table. And it's all vampires.
Yeah, hypnotic gaze. Watch out for that hypnotic gaze bug. Unless they fix it. There was a patch today. I don't know if it's been fixed, but
That's the rumor I heard was that a fix for that was going in a patch, but
all
who
right.
knows? Yeah. So good luck to you, vampires. We're glad to see you.
Yep.
Wouldn't want to be you.
Let's move on to the other Necro team. I think this one has a better kit. It's got the lightning bolts.
Good old lightning bolts.
Good old lightning bolts. And
Kind of
this
a Euro
is
theme.
the 2 werewolf, 2 flesh golem, no ghoul build.
I like this build.
I like this build too.
I think the sooner you get your werewolves in, the sooner MVPs and points start falling to them.
Yeah, I want the option of having a replaceable ball carrier or somebody that's fast that can go up and be a blocker to screen for the werewolf. Because the problem with Necro is that everybody else is too slow to keep up with the werewolf except for the ghouls. So you want to have a cheap, replaceable, disposable ghoul to stick next to your werewolf and screen him off from any safeties. This team doesn't have that. So you're going to have to rely on being a slower moving Necro team moving up the field to
Rely on your
protect the werewolves while they move up the field with the ball. But
and rely on your bash a little bit.
Yeah.
And your armor with the zombies and the whites and the Franks.
But it does, higher chance of getting MVP on a werewolf this way. So it's got its advantages.
Yeah, and you're a little thin at rerolls too, but you'll get that soon enough.
Yep.
And you got 20k in the bank, so you're that much closer.
With this build, I think I save for the reroll first before I get any other players. You want to get that 3rd reroll, but see how the first couple of games go. Hope you don't need to replace anybody.
Yeah, and if you do, Lino zombies are fine. Their job is to die. It's in a lot of ways, Necros can kind of wind up in that human-y zone where they have 5 or 6 pieces that they really protect, and then everybody else is completely expendable, and it doesn't matter. Yep. Cool. Also, that is Holes. I believe he's a returning coach.
Oh yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, he played a while back, and people seem to know who he is. But we're newer to REBBL.
Welcome back.
So welcome back, Holes. We got your back. We're gonna cover your team with total objectivity and no favoritism.
And then we got one more team in 5e, the Bad QB Squad.
I like these guys.
Buzzard 295.
So, not only is Underworld the best looking team in the game, but this is a good color scheme on them.
Can't argue. Yep.
I mean, just the design. You got like the steampunk helmets on the goblins. You got the crystals growing out of everybody. The blitzers look dope. All the mutations. You have to get 2 heads on a goblin as soon as you can, not because it's necessarily the right skill choice, but because it's the best looking mutation.
Even though it is, but yes.
It is a really good skill choice. You're probably never going to be too sad about it, but
2 heads goblin with big
hand.
hands. It's 2+ pickups, no matter how many tackle zones, and then just dodge out with Stunty.
You just squirt right in that hole, squirt right out. The goblin way. And it only takes a quick look at these names to realize that this guy's a Jets fan.
A tortured soul.
I know.
Sorry for you.
I know this because I'm a Jets fan. But when you may name all these guys Bortles, but then the Warpstone Troll is Ryan Fitzpatrick, you know this is a Jets fan. And then Christian Hackenberg kind of gives it away a little bit down the list.
That's a dead giveaway.
It is. But no, I guess these are stock names on the Goblins.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't value them very much.
That's cool, though. Can't
complain. Got to take pride in your Goblins.
There's only so many Blake Bortles.
Yeah. Well, there are plenty of bad Jets code QBs you can...
That's true.
Sanchez in here.
There's Bryce Petty.
Yeah. You can make one Chad Pennington.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Get a broken arm.
So, I've never played... this is actually the next team I want to learn how to play, is Underworld.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got all his...
with them a little bit.
Yeah.
They scared me away. They were intimidating. There's too much going on for me. But that was in my early days.
Yeah.
I like to give them a crack.
So I play goblins. I play orcs and goblins primarily. So they're not. It actually seems like a slightly beefier goblin team with 1 less troll and no secret weapons.
For sure. And much, no secret weapons means it's a little bit more reliable.
But you got those blitzers, and I'd say those are probably the stars of your team. They're 7 movement, 3/3/8. That's fantastic. They got mutation access.
That's the best part.
Yeah, they're gonna be dyed-in-the-wool killers as you develop them. Don't worry about animosity, because really goblins don't get passed to. They pick up the ball when it comes loose, and they provide flimsy screening. And they die a lot. That's or you throw them at people with your Warpstone Troll. The other interesting thing about this team is that Skaven linemen, while normally hot trash, are incredibly useful for this team and a key.
They all of a sudden seem a lot more interesting on this team than a Skaven team.
Yeah, they really do. They really do give you a little bit more meat. Even at 7 armor, they're not stunty. And 3/3/7, it's a good piece at 50k. So they'll die inevitably, but you just keep buying them back. Always have your linemen. What we got? We got 3 rerolls and an APO. That seems right.
Yep.
Yeah, good looking. Good looking team.
Player.
So is that it for the real teams?
That's it for the teams. Yep. So we can take a look here at the schedule for 5e, and we can make some picks.
All right.
What do you think?
Altered Crawlers sounds like a buy team. So
so the top 3 are admin's call. So yeah, those look like buy teams. Yep. So then we're looking at the last 4 games.
All right, so the first one we got up then is Side Street Chaps versus the Murderland Plague Flies, which is Nurgle.
So Dark Elf versus Nurgle.
Early on, I'll give that to Dark Elf, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the Side Street Chaps.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with you on that one. That's it's early advantage for the Dark Elves with the 4 agility on everybody and the slow speed on the Nurgle.
Yeah. Now, this game does actually involve coaching skills, so we'll see how you guys play. But right now, we're going to be picking pretty much off the matchups.
Yeah.
Next, we got Midsummer Nightmares versus Bones Like a Fish. You got a pick on this one?
This is Dark Elf versus Undead. So this is maybe a little bit more, depends on the dice. I think I go with the Undead on this one, actually, because I think the Mighty Blow on the Mummies is such a huge advantage. The Dark Elves can keep away, but if Undead gets the ball first and cages up with the Mummies, it's going to be real tough to break in there, and you're going to have to risk some elf necks.
Yeah, and if they receive first, they're going to get a few free shots with the Mummies. And Dark Elves are there. 8 armor is nothing to sneeze at, but achoo.
Yeah, Undead though gonna work those Fallon boots in. Gonna get some nice and scuffed up.
Yeah, and without dodge, you're going to get some failed dodges on the
some
Dark
elves.
Elves. So yeah, I'm
Good
with
luck.
you. I'm with you on Bones Like a Fish.
Like a fish. Next up, we got the Violacious Violators versus the MJ Dance Squad. So that's a Lizardmen versus Necro.
That's
Yep.
a toughie.
Lizardmen versus Necro. Yep.
And is this the
So here you have-
2-wolf or the 1-wolf Necro team?
This, I think, is the One Wolf.
So we had Film Flares.
Yeah, this is the One Wolf team.
Okay.
So you have Claw, 9 armor on the Lizards, but Claw on the Necro team. So this is, I think this is going to come down to how well MJ Dance Squad utilizes their werewolf. But no tackle and only the One Wolf to deal with the skinks.
Yeah.
I don't know. This might be a coin flip.
Just to break it up so we get some disparity, I'm going to go ahead with the Lizards.
I'm going to stick with my boy Necros here.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Lizards because I think the Crocs is going to factor in early and big. I think he's going to be able to put the Franks on the ground. And they can play a control game the way they're supposed to with the Sauruses. And since there's not a ton of block on the other side, they should be able to deal with the Whites and get after those wolves. They're going to really have to, protect those wolves against all this strength.
Only 2 block on the field in this whole match.
Yep. So that's, compared to what Lizards inevitably wind up going against in terms of block disparity, this isn't so bad. I guess it depends on how well they hunt the skinks and what he can do there.
So next up, we have the High Elves, Althuan Sea Serpents versus the Fake Elves, Amazon Snickersnacks.
Well, it's toughy.
This, I'm rooting for the Amazons in this one. Gotta love it.
Our man Rylon, he's a Goblin coach. I'm gonna take him on the High Elves. I think he's gonna do some High Elf bullshit magic.
4 Blodge Blitzers versus 2 block Blitzers on the Elves. So
I don't really
block
think
advantage
this.
goes to Amazon. It's got all the dodge on the Amazons,
He has like every skill advantage you can possibly have in this.
but not the stats.
But I'm gonna go Goblin Allegiance early on. Pick with my heart. All right.
All right. That's it for 5e.
Yeah. So do we want to do division winner? Do our picks for that now?
Yes. Yep. Let's do that.
Why don't you lead off?
I am looking at this division, and granted, nobody's got any skill ups or any development for the most part, except for the one Lobstrosity. But I'm gonna go with the Lizards on this one.
Yeah.
That's the
Velocious.
Violacious Violators.
Yeah.
I have no information on how good any of these coaches are, and I have no development to look into. But man, out of the box, Lizards are just so good. They're slow to develop, but you really don't have to tend to have to replace the Sauruses too often. And skinks are just wonderful little things.
They really are. They are fantastic pieces. A little pricey, but worth every penny.
There's no dwarf in this division.
That's true.
So you don't have to worry about any bog standard tackle to worry about. So just skinks just go to town.
Yeah. So cross your fingers. There's no late dwarves showing up in this division, because otherwise you guys are gonna have a nice time. It's a pretty agile group, all things considered.
Yeah.
I think
How about
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with. Sorry, I'm dragging here a little bit.
Sorry,
I'm gonna go with
not
MJ
cutting this
Dance
out.
Squad. I'm gonna go with
Going
MJ Dance
macros.
Squad. Yeah, I don't know. There's something I like about it. Maybe it's the names.
Maybe it's the boxers.
It might be the boxers. I think they're pretty slick. And he is the one werewolf, but he's got the ghoul set up like you like.
And the 3 rerolls.
And his 3 rerolls. I think he can get off to a good start. And he's got good names, so I believe his heart's in the right place, and that Nuffle's going to look him out as we go. I reserve the right in mid-season to change my pick, by the way.
Yeah, we should maybe mid-season we'll come back to these and we'll look at the leaderboard and we'll see how we're doing on these picks.
Yep. So now, before we transition over to 5D, let's talk real quick about our surveys.
Oh, surveys.
So this is where our special defects department comes in. That's actually a good name for them.
Yeah.
So
we'll
we
have to let them know that's what their name is now.
Yeah. We did a couple different polls. I think what we're going to do, because we like the results of this, we got 17 responses, which is pretty good across all these coaches, especially since there's a couple coaches that aren't here yet. And we really like the return on the answers. So we're going to use our super special defects and throw up kind of the results of 2 of our polls that we enjoyed the most. First and foremost, let's see the results of what team do you hate playing against the most. Ready? See, now what's happening is it's spinning out. It just spun out onto the screen perfectly, and now we're seeing the graphic. And I had hoped that this would be the way that the poll would turn out, but it turns out everybody hates dwarves.
Yep.
There's some people don't like Nurgles, some people don't like Delphs. Dodgy elf teams, I guess, that's a thing.
And this is all coaches in 5D and 5E that responded, correct?
Yeah, this is everybody. Everybody, 52.9% agree dwarves are Satan and should be removed the game and are basically no fun to play, and everybody that plays them are sociopaths.
I am one of those dwarf players. I am a dwarf in every game I play whenever I have the option, and Blood Bowl dwarves are my first team, and I fully agree. They are the worst, and that's why I love playing them.
Oh, they really are. So,
nothing better than rubbing it in your opponent's faces.
Honestly, injuring a dwarf is pretty much the high point of Blood Bowl for me. Whenever I can get a black orc to just break their jaw and put them in the ground, it's about as good as it feels. All that thick skull and armor and tackle and block and guard.
Troll Slayer's best piece.
Yeah, well, that's the one I go after. I always go after the Troll Slayers because 8 armor gives me a little more hope. All right, so we got one more statistic to look at. Here it comes. And it is the favorite way to lose a player, which is not actually gang fouls, but I made the graphics say fouls anyway. Because that's what I think, and I think it's the most fun. And everybody should think the same way that I do. But no, the actual winner of this is failed GFIs, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you think?
Favorite piece, favorite way to lose a player. It would not be gang fouls. It would not be GFIs. No, you know what? It would be GFIs. It would be a GFI shoestring, failed GFI going in for a touchdown on turn 16.
Yeah.
Because that has happened to me, and it's memorable.
It is memorable.
Man, is that the worst. And you already used your APO on some other dude that broke his neck, and you don't want to have to deal with that. So, and then he dies, and then, that's the best.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done that with goblins at least once. I've tripwired.
Oh, you know what? I might have to change my answer to throwing rocks.
Yeah, I threw that in there for a reason.
You know what? Oh man, that's the worst. Never mind. That's not my favorite way. That's the worst way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one way that you can lose a player where you are literally at no fault whatsoever. You did nothing wrong, and the game just says, there goes your favorite guy, he's dead.
Should have praised Nuffle harder, I guess.
You should have praised Nuffle harder.
When in doubt.
If you'd gone to your church like you're supposed to, that wouldn't have happened.
When in doubt, praise Nuffle.
Been masturbating too much. Nuffle's been watching. All right, so should we move on to 5D?
Let's look at 5D.
So yeah, this is Division 5D, the Deadly D's. They actually have games played, most of them, in Greenhorn and whatnot. So there's a bit of development to look at here. And I guess we'll get started with these Dark Elves, the Woods of Holly, which, if I recall, have a good naming convention.
The Woods of Holly, like the Hollywoods.
Yeah. That's why they're wearing white and red, I guess. I don't know. Does Hollywood have colors?
I don't know.
It's not actually a ton of development here.
Yeah, he's got the one lineman with block, which I like. And 3 SP on a blitzer. Otherwise, I think that's it, right? So that's an MVP and a touchdown and a touchdown.
So yeah, you want to get Leonardo DiCaprio. That's a good name. You want to get him a touchdown quick. And just keep building points on these blitzers as fast as you can. You also really want to get some rerolls in an APO.
Yeah.
2-1.
APO.
Yeah, 2-1 is tough, and you've played a few games already.
One game.
Oh, well, just one game. Okay, so I guess not a great cash return, 30K on that.
Stop rolling ones.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be so bad at rolling your returns, and things will turn around. But yeah, this Cutting Fox Pup. Yeah, it's pretty good standard team with the runner, if you like that. And great names.
Snoop Elf.
Snoop Elf. Eminelf.
Eminelf. These are good names.
Yeah, these are good names.
A+. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, Woods of Holly.
Let's move on to the next team, Dead Wrestler Society, another lizard team.
Yep. So this is...
Coach is Draenor.
I think he's a returning coach as well, but I could be wrong. I'll try to check my notes when we get a chance. And he is down to Croxagore for his first game.
Oh no!
Yeah, that hurts. It's no fun. But he's got some points already. A couple skills. He's got 2 on the Crocs, which is nice, so he's just an MVP away.
Yep.
5, he got an MVP on a Saurus already. That's great.
It's nice. He's got this jump up skink, though.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Is it because it's Eddie Guerrero is going to be jump up? Are you picking skills based on the name of the wrestler?
You know, I don't hate it if that's what he's doing.
If that's what he's doing, I'm fully for it.
But then when you gotta put like piling on Mr. Perfect for the elbow?
You gotta roll doubles.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. I hope it works for you. But yeah, I get a couple sidestep skinks, get a couple catch skinks, get a diving tackle skink.
And then yeah, start getting block on the sources.
Yeah, all those would be a little more useful than jump up. But you do you.
Yeah.
Captain Blue Albano.
Oh, and you know what? We didn't mention this before talking about Croc's development. it's probably worth mentioning that you basically got two choices if you roll regulars on your Crocs in first level, which is guard or break tackle.
Break tackle.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm in the break tackle camp on the Saurus. With that move, or I'm sorry, not the Saurus, Crocs. With 6 movement and prehensile tail, you're a big problem for teams when you can just jump away and go mark up the cage or the ball carrier or whoever.
So, you already have 7 guys with 4 strength, so early on you're not going to have a huge issue where you need guard to get your 2 die hits. You're going to have quite a few readily available at all times. So the guard is nice, but having that break tackle to reposition the tail is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Maybe even better.
Cool.
Nice. All right. Next team, Ars Gotia.
Ars Gotia. Bold red color.
Zeta. Yeah. It's not a lot of great chaos kits, honestly.
I kind of like the blue lightning one on them. I think it looks pretty good. Somebody in our division had that. So let's see.
It.
Not a lot of development. He does have a block goat.
The one block goat that's hurt.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But he's got a bunch of SPP scattered around. Some on the Chaos Warrior. He's got an MVP Chaos Warrior, it looks like, and a touchdown. Let's look at his Greenhorn games. He's got 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 kill inflicted, 36 injuries inflicted. That's pretty nice. 8 Kaz. And 2 deaths sustained. That's unfortunate.
Oh man, do you know what those are?
I meant to look up what those deaths were. No, I don't. 7 casualties sustained. That's an unfortunate start. It's the Z. Feel bad for you, son.
Yeah.
But you're chaos, so you probably deserve it.
Yeah.
Wonder if
run up
those
to get
came
done up.
before the 8-bow.
Well, it's in Chaos is a rough start. Across teams, they turn in one of the scariest teams in the game, but early on, it's rough. So
no skills, all flexibility.
Yeah, so losing to Beastman with block hurts, but you should be able to get, if you do it right, you can get 2 levels on Chaos Warriors in this upcoming game.
Yep.
Funnel a touchdown to Barbatos, and then a vanity pass with Bale, and you're in business. And then suddenly you're a lot tougher to deal with.
And these for 4 strength guys, these have agility 3, and you can have some pretty wild and crazy pass, catch, run, touchdowns, dodges with these guys. Failed patch, touch, what?
Yeah.
Dodges.
All those words.
All those words. You could do them all because you got agility 3.
That's right. Inside, outside, upside down. They what's the team?
Coast.
Is it in REL 1 or 2? The guy that's got the 5 agility leap?
Iron Masters. Yeah.
Iron Masters, yeah.
He's got the leap. I don't know if it's 5 agility, but he's got at least 4. He's got the leap and very long legs, I think. It's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's highlight videos out there. I recommend you go look them up. Yeah, it's really cool. All right. Who we got next?
Moving on, we got Chaos Dwarf Team, Dignified Dwarven Dynasty, Triple D. His coach is Trek Snow. This is an interesting kit, I have to say.
What is this, like red tribal?
It's the blood of my enemies.
Coursing through your shirt.
Through your shirt.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Trek Snow here. He's got 2 Greenhorn games played, 2 wins, 10 injuries inflicted, 2 casualties sustained, no deaths. Is he short on play? He's short on a couple players though. I wonder what happened. He must have retired somebody or something.
Yeah. So what is he at? He's got 11 slots and 2 empty, so he's down 2 players.
Yeah. Team value 950. He does have a kick line hobgoblin.
Interesting.
Which is interesting. I don't know if I would have gone kick first. Maybe.
I would not.
I think 30 player block would be terrific. Maybe a sure hands hob to get you started. He only has 1 bull centaur.
No, he's got 2. The other one's at the bottom.
Oh, does he? at the
Our
bottom.
glorious leader, Bob, and King Carl the
Bob.
Casual.
All right.
So,
It's
yeah,
got
I'm with
3
you. I would have...
SPP on
Go ahead.
Bob. Yeah, I was wondering if you want to either turn one of these guys into a ball centaur carrying the ball.
Yep.
In which case, maybe you want a hobgoblin with sure hands to pick it up and move it to him, but maybe not. Maybe you want kick so that your bulls can run back and steal the ball. I don't know, but
I think early on you want that carry bull when no one can deal with it, and there's not that much guard to contend with.
yeah,
And because the other one, the killer's going to develop on his own.
yeah. He's got 4 blockers so far. He's still waiting on the other 2.
Yeah, which hurts. You're missing out on a lot of skills on the field early on.
He's got 50K in the bank, so maybe next game he'll buy himself another blocker.
But one of the blockers got 3 points. You could try to get a touchdown into his hands, but I would prioritize Bob.
Bulls, centaurs, yeah. You want to get the bull centaur the ball.
Maybe you squeeze in a vanity pass with your hobgoblin here that's got the MVP.
Yeah, those blockers will get theirs in just blocks.
And we talked about Chorfs a lot. I agree with a lot of what you've said, that dirty player on the Hobbs is really their whole point. So you got the kick guy, so that's cool. You got kick. No reason to burn him down over that. But this guy, Cracker Butler Billy, good name. He needs dirty player, and you need to start putting the boots in everybody as often as you can.
His name is Spency Sharp too. It would have been perfect. Sharp boot.
Yeah, put that toe right in the eye.
Yep.
So 3 rerolls, 1 apo, pretty standard, not bad.
Looks good.
Might be why he's down some dwarfs, but you're never gonna be sad with three rerolls. It's probably all you'll ever need. Cool.
Let's moving on to the human team. Captain Deuce. His team is Starstruck. It's got the cool green checks. I like this on the human team.
Yeah, it's a good classic. It gives you that Jetsy feel too.
Yeah. What everybody wants.
Who doesn't?
See the Jets. Looks like his team name is was it Water Boy? Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher, who he said in his survey said is his favorite player.
Oh.
I'm surprised because Turley is a really nice piece. Yeah, that's a good piece already.
SVP to start. Yeah, that's pretty terrific. He's 3-1-0 in his Greenhorn games. He's got 8 cash inflicted, 2 kills inflicted. Brutal. And 0 cas sustained. That's pretty impressive. That's amazing actually for a human team.
Yeah, that's not gonna last.
I mean,
360 yards running in a couple games. He's moved the ball a lot.
Pretty good development, honestly.
Oh, really good development.
Looking at this, yeah, like probably from what I remember, top in the division. But yeah, he's got a 4 strength lineman, which is terrific. It's like a 3 agility black orc there.
Yep. And with 6 movement.
With 6 movement. And he's got the 4 blitzers. 2 of them already have Mighty Blow, and one of them's got Blodge Mighty Blow. That's amazing.
Yeah, Turley's a hell of a piece going into game 1 of the season. He can basically lean on him to just go punch people and never get hurt. And those hurts are going to come for humans. They always do. But you built some resilience into your blitzers, which are some of your most important pieces right off the bat. I really like what you started with the team. Guard on the ogres, good. It's another piece that you could consider breaking tackle on, but I think guard early on with so many 3 strength pieces is a lot more important. Block on the thrower, great. No problem there. And then that 4 strength lino.
It's great.
It's a gift, yeah. So now you got a little more muscle you can throw up on the line. 3 rerolls, 1 apo.
Keep him back. Use him as a plug and play 4 strength guy.
Yeah. No, this is a nice team. I'm a fan of humans. I think that they're tougher than they look, and they're dodgier than they look. Very flexible, which I guess is kind of their theme.
Wait till we get some catchers in here.
Yeah.
think catchers are the like underrated utility piece on a human team that everybody underestimates.
They really open up your game. They give you that
Yeah.
that speed piece. If you luck into some movement on them, you're getting close to a one-turner. They're a hell of a team. A little tough to play, and you got to deal with a lot of casualties. But you start off good, so you start off like you know what you're doing with humans. So I'm interested to see how your season goes. Captain Deuce.
Deuce. All right, next team, Red Jokers, Fear and Bloating. It's a Nurgle team.
Nurgle teams.
TV is 1270.
Oh wait, I'm jumping back to look at this. I like this white uni a lot
Yeah,
on a Nurgle. It looks good.
with the fly in the crotch.
Yeah. So this looks like a no beast. And 3 Pestigors.
Yeah. So, yeah, 3 rerolls, 3 Pestigors. This is a lot more mobility for a Nurgle start.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that, honestly. And it's looking at his Greenhorn games. He's got 3 wins, 1 draw, no losses. This division, man, is full of guys that won 3, 4 games in the Greenhorn.
Yep.
7 Cas inflicted, no kills. 1 death sustained, and 4 casualties sustained. So maybe the beast died. Poor beastie.
You'd think he'd have put it at the top, though, so he would have had an empty 1 spot, but I don't know. It's probably
Yeah,
not.
and actually, I don't think he could afford the 3 Pestigors this early with the beast, so definitely
Right.
didn't get it.
I mean, Pestigors are tremendous pieces. They are your offense.
Yeah, they're
having
your
3
utility pieces for sure. And you have 1 block and 4 strength. That is a terrific start.
Well, that's a star in the making right there.
That's Krasa is going to be the star of this team.
Yeah, and you Division 5D guys thinking about starting to throw some bounties up. This is the kind of piece that you bounty.
Yeah.
Not
So
to encourage such reprehensible behavior.
Look at this. He's only 8 SPP away from Mighty Blow. Imagine that.
Yep. I mean, maybe you go tackle, and you make him a swingman that kills skinks.
No, gotta get Mighty Blow first. I made that mistake on a white in my team one time, and I regret it every day. Mighty Blow speeds up your development to getting tackle as well, too. Tackle doesn't do that.
I guess it depends on how much you play stunty, dodgy teams.
Get some other random Pestigor tackle or
Yeah.
something. Rotter
Well,
tackle.
you got 3 of them, so you
Yep.
got choices. You got block on one of the warriors. That's real nice. You got another warrior
good.
1 point away.
Everybody's an MVP away from leveling in the Warriors.
Yep.
It's pretty great.
That's pretty good starting development.
He's got a dirty player Rotter.
Yeah.
Which is the best a Rotter can be. It's the pinnacle right there. Lionel the Disoriented.
Rotters, I think, I really dislike Rotters, but I think they're really underrated pieces. 40k is dirt cheap. You get 8 armor on them. Yeah, they got decay, so they're going to blow up sooner or later, but they're 40k, so who cares?
Sneaky
3 agility.
3 agility pieces too, yeah.
Man, I can't tell you
They
how
can
many
dodge
times.
away.
Oh, I've watched, I think when I was playing Nurgle FTDs last year, like, he would dodge Rotters away every turn. And
Yep.
they don't look agile. So you kind of
Yeah.
like mentally forget
You're
that
always surprised.
Yeah. They look like zombies, so you figure they're stupid and they can't move, but they can move. They
Yep.
sneak on you. They also have the worst rendered tongue in their mouths of all the video games. If you look at the graphic here on the side, it is a ridiculously bad tongue.
Yeah.
It's not even in the right place.
Oh no. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Joe the Stinker. Your tongue's all messed up.
Yeah, fix your tongue. Ooh, look at the eyes on this guy. That's cool. All right. Anything else with these guys? 3 rerolls is pretty good. No
Nope.
weird stuff like cheerleaders or coaches. Yeah, it looks like a good team in the making. Good start for Nurgle.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Thirst Quenchers by PK Fire.
All right.
It's an Underworld team.
Yeah,
PK
and
Fire,
purple.
I get it. Purple. I don't know. I don't know if I... Well, no, yeah. I like the purple.
It goes with the green skin. Pretty good on the goblins.
Yeah. It's got a
Huh?
2 heads goblin. Look at that.
I'm going to pull that open so everybody at home can get a nice look.
Dr.
Look
Snap.
at this guy. He is adorable. He helps you dodge. He like looks around for you and makes sure that it's a little bit easier. I wish they kept the
Plus
flavor
dodges.
text on the skills in when you go to the player page
Oh,
and
yeah.
highlight them.
It's all right.
So what's he got? We got one injured goblin, no big deal.
He's got a Blodge Blitzer,
He does have a Blodge Blitzer. That's
which
nice.
means he rolled doubles, so it's nice. Normally, you want to get that Claw Mighty Blow as soon as you can, but you take dodge when you get it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you want to keep the Blitzers alive.
He's got 4 SP on the troll too. He's just one Kaz away.
Yeah, one good punch, one troll punch. Thrower's got 4, so he's a punch or a touchdown away there. And then you probably want to start getting some skills in lineman, but I mean, you're kind of holding it together as Underworld for a while.
Yeah, they come when they come on the lineman. You focus on getting the blitzers, some mighty blow and tackle, and then everybody else gets there when they do.
Yeah.
He's got 3 rolls and an APO. It's off to a good start. Let's look at his Greenhorn games. He's 1-0-3 with 3 kills inflicted and 8 Kaz inflicted. That's impressive.
And
but 6 Kaz sustained.
But no deaths.
Yes.
I mean, this is Underworld's going to sustain Kaz's. So that actually looks like he's playing better than he's being played against. But you said he's 1-0-3?
1-0-3.
So he's just not getting the wins yet. But as you keep putting 2 heads and big hands on those goblins, they'll come.
It's got a couple of 0-3 losses there too to round out his Greenhorns, but
right.
Rough start, but you came out worse for the wear.
Well, he's got his APO, so that helps.
Yep.
Got his rerolls. I mean, it's a nice looking team.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a bad start. You got 4 SPP on a couple pieces that are going to be nice to get points on. You got that good blitzer. Yeah, you're in good shape.
I just noticed. Look at these these player names too. The Thirst Quenchers. It's got Baja Blast and Code Red. These these are
drinks.
Names. Yeah.
Oh,
I
couldn't figure it out. It's drinks.
It's drinks. Whiteout, Pitch Black. Yeah, these are like Mountain Dew names on these guys.
Nice.
Good job.
Good job.
All right, moving on to the next team, Revenge of the Franks. I
I
saw this team name. I thought it was Necro, and I opened it up. It's Orc, so surprised.
Yeah, me too. But I think you and I are the only people that call them Franks.
Yeah, maybe.
But I'm never stopping.
Never.
Always Franks to me. So this is...
It's the only Orc team we've had in these 2 divisions.
It is the only Orc team.
Orcs are the worst.
Orcs are great. Orcs is the best team in Blood Bowl. They're versatile, dynamic, handsome. I don't actually much care for this lineup, but it is widely accepted, so it's not a bad lineup by any means. This guy also apparently played Orcs in the past and had made a playoff spot in his newbie run, like a year ago or something.
One of 2 teams, I think, that are 4-0 in Greenhorn games.
Yeah, so he knows what he's doing.
Claps. Can we have a round of applause?
I'm this buck plank chest is triggering me a little bit because I've never gotten strength on a black orc. Much less strength and block.
Not only that, he got his block.
His block, and he's only.
I've rolled press strength on Sauruses before, and man, you think, man, I'm off to a great start, going along. That guy never gets levels.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the block.
Yeah.
Well, and he's only 7 points from level 4.
Yep.
So that is maybe the scariest piece in the division.
He's got a Blodge Blitzer. He's got a Mighty Blow Block Blitzer. He's got a Block Guard piece.
Yeah, blitzers are coming on great.
SPP. They're all MVP away from leveling, or MVP in a pass.
Yep.
This is a really solid starting team.
Well, and you look at the Black Orcs, they all got 2 points.
Yep.
So they're all an MVP away. So you're in great position, Regnan. You're going to get levels. You know what you're doing.
He's got some pretty good names.
Yeah, the names are real good. Buck Plank Chest is a great name for a 5-strength block. Bob.
You really lucked out.
Yeah.
47 injuries inflicted. 1 death sustained and 2 cas sustained. So a little unlucky on the death. I wonder what it was. Probably a line orc, because they're chumps. But,
yeah, or they're the best linemen in the game.
47. How many of those? Let me look at this. How many of those are from Buck?
Is it counting friendlies and stuff as well? No, four games. That's all his greenhorns.
10 injuries inflicted, 2 cas inflicted, 30 blocks succeeded. Yeah, no, it's not all from Buck.
Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a good team. I like the troll and the thrower, and the goblin. I like the versatility it brings, but the thinking, for those of you at home that are unfamiliar with this build, the thinking here is that you get your armor 9 everywhere, and you're basically an unhurtable wall of green, handsome meat. And, yeah, and that's what he's doing. It is nice you can put all your linos up on the line of scrimmage and keep all your good pieces back, and you're not risking anything. It's just boring.
There's no wild card, but it's a solid team.
No, this team is going to be fantastic. He's going to have a real good season, I bet.
All right, let's move on to Almost Dead Poet Society Undead Team, coached by Christoph. It's got the solid red kits on the undead. Looks good.
Letting people know he's out for blood. Oh, 14 players on this team.
It's
Are some of these? Some of these must be Hepliac Laquana. Does not sound like a zombie name. I'm wondering if that's a trophy.
a trophy lizard, maybe.
And maybe
Trophy
Robo
snake.
Trunk. Yeah, like a trophy skink or something. Maybe that's why he's got so many zombies. And he's got, what, 1, 2, 3 ghouls?
He's got 3 kills inflicted, so that sounds about right.
Yeah.
8 cas, 1 death sustained.
Guard on one of the mummies already, which is nice. Got Blodge on one of the whites, also nice. Is that double? I think that is a double.
Yep, it is.
It is. So good job there. You can always think about going Blodge firm with the whites. I'm a big fan of that.
I don't know if I'd do that on an undead team, but
Yeah, a little mini Frank.
yeah.
I feel like they're edge setters primarily, so I'm especially with undead. I'm a little more comfortable with the whites, kind of basically being meat pieces, as opposed to necro, where maybe they have to be a little more dynamic to keep up with the action. Because this team is going to be looking to beat you into the ground and put a boot in you.
Yeah. It's a
We
good
got
start.
Yeah. We got an injury on Bob Frosty Frost. It's broken jaw, so he's just out for a game. He'll be fine. What's we got in terms of SP? You got another zombie and a punch
It's got
away.
a sure hands ghoul. It's got
That's
a block
nice.
zombie. It's got 2 skeletons.
So for the
For
block
foul.
zombie, are you in favor of putting block on a zombie before you put a dirty player?
Yes, definitely. I think skeletons are your dirty player guys. If you're going to
Right.
have that, and he's got 2 of them. The question with undead and necro teams are wrestle or block, and I think I'm a block guy on zombies.
Yeah.
You want them. They're really good at taking hits with the regen, the 8 armor, and having block on them. Just you stick them on a big guy, and you hope some dumb troll rolls both downs, and your zombie takes out a troll. That's what you're hoping for. Whereas a wrestle, you're not really fast enough to wrestle them and then move
Right.
on your turn. But yeah, block all the way.
Sweet. So looking at his history, well, he's 1,
He's 2-1-1,
2, 1, and 1.
3 kills inflicted, like I said, and 1 death sustained. It's pretty good.
And he got past the ogres without too much damage. That was his last game, so that's why he's a little dinged up.
Speaking of ogres, our next team, Maximum Ogre Kill,
Yeah, I like this name.
Coach Random Maximus. This is great names all around.
Also, thank you for playing ogres and bringing more stunty
Yes.
teams into REL. I'm almost a little disappointed, like being a returning coach this year, because I'm missing out on seeing goblins and ogres and underworld and all the fun stunty teams. So you are doing God's work, Maximum Ogre Kill, Random Maximus.
It's great. It's great player names too. Ogre the Top. Get over
Yeah.
here.
Well, look at Get Ogre here. That is a piling on ogre, which is
Yeah.
a great name for a piling on ogre.
I think
I don't know if I agree
Ogre
with
the
doing
Top.
piling on right off the bat, but
No, you definitely want it. It's great.
oh, Ogre
going-
the Top for
As for piling on would have been top.
maybe do wrestle for Ogre the Top.
I don't know.
It's
No,
not a
you don't
wrestling
want to
move.
wrestle ogre. Come on.
No, I'm just going with the theme.
Oh,
And then Ogre the Cuckoo's Nest, you put
jump up.
or jump up, yeah. But yeah, no, he's got block on 1. That's great. Another
Uh-oh.
piling on. What do you see?
0-0-3 in his Greenhorn games. 3 kills inflicted.
Nice.
1 death sustained. Although these injuries Kaz sustained numbers are going to be a little boosted by his Noblar. Probably taking some hits.
Some of us don't like to call them Noblars. I think it's
Well,
an offensive name.
You people can call them Snotlings if you want. That's
Yeah.
fine.
You can't
So-
take my snots away from me.
You know, I like calling them Snots too, but I do like Noblars, the model, better than the Snotlings. These guys are fun.
Yeah, no, they're. I mean, all the animation work and whatnot with these new teams is pretty fun. I like the diving tackle guy.
Yeah, it's great. These guys are real pains in the asses to stick on a guy and just have them. You try and punch them off, and they just slide around.
Yep.
Don't even see them there. You try dodging away, and some little Noblars hanging out behind you, and you don't even notice them.
Yeah, no, it's real nasty until they explode in a pile of snot on the field.
That's what they're for.
That's what they're for. Even with the diving tackle, you're only losing 40k value, which is pretty remarkable. 5 armor with Stunty and Titchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want 1 solid hit and you're done.
You just want to swarm them with Noblars, so they just can't punch them fast enough. That's the plan.
This is a team that I think you want to get depth on as quick as you can.
Yeah, load
Get
up
out to 15. Yeah, get up to 15
Yeah.
players and fill it out with snots. You're
Yeah,
still
but
1 ogre to go.
I think first things first, you gotta get at least 1 more reroll.
Yeah, with all those
Before you-
boneheads.
Yeah, before you work on the ogre. Maybe you replace some Noblars, but honestly, I think I'd do loner Noblars until you get that reroll.
Well, it's not so much the loners as that you want to have the reserves as the Noblars start getting, liquefied over the course of the match. And with the ogres boneheading as much as they are, they're incredibly hard to protect. They basically have to protect. You probably have all your Noblars protecting the diving tackle guy.
Yeah.
So he can get up on the ball carrier once they start bursting through. But yeah, you want that 6th ogre. That's expensive. And then I don't know, just buy Noblars and rerolls. This is one of those
Rerolls
teams
and
where I
ogre.
think it's like you could go to 5 rerolls and no one would be that mad at you.
Yeah.
Like vampires.
Yep.
Cool. Well, hey, again, kudos for playing ogres. We love you. Break a bunch of necks.
Let's move on to Chaos Dwarf Team Rogues Gallery. Coach
More
Mr. J.
Shorfs.
This is a great kit again.
This is a fantastic kit.
Top.
Top notch. Super fine. Super swanky. 4 dwarfs again.
Yeah, I think that's a standard for Chorfs. Get the 2 bull centaurs. You get as many blockers as you can. Get the 2 rerolls.
Oh, this is the guy that lost his minnow, I think. Hold on. I'm going to look it up.
3 deaths sustained.
Yes.
And 24 injured players. Yeah, he took a beating.
This is the guy that lost his minnow. And you know what, my friend? Nuffle was really getting you back on that one.
Digital blessing.
The minnow is garbage. It is a terrible piece. I hate it. I mean, I love it because I never play any races that have it. But man, it is unreliable unless you blitz with it every single turn. And it's a loner.
I used to do chaos with the minnow, and man, that guy would wild animal and sit on the pitch all day.
Yeah. It feels like you get maybe 50% of the possible turns where he's on field. He's actually doing what you want him to do. And even then, if he fails any action or anything, he's a loner. So it's, you know, I don't know if anybody else has ever successfully re-rolled a loner, but I never do. I just think it's
trying hard enough.
Yeah, I know some people like that they have their tackle zones when they're stupid. I don't think it matters because I think he's on the other side of the field, not doing anything.
Well, the one thing I'll say for them is, as Minotaurs, they get mutation access. So you throw tentacles and you throw, what's the one? Tail on them. You can turn them into a roadblock that can really hamper teams. But
if he's standing up
with frenzy and wild animal and yada yada, it's not ideal.
Right. Yeah, it's and Chorfs don't need it. At the end of the day, you got your bull centaurs,
True.
You got your blockers, you got some hobs for depth and fouling. You got what you need to be a pain in the ass, strong ass team.
Yep.
So don't worry about losing that guy. It's for the best. You got good development. You got block on both your bull centaurs. Good job. You want that APO pretty soon.
Yep.
Probably as soon as you can afford it. I realize you got 3 deaths.
First things first. Get that APO before you start buying any more players. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't want to lose one of those bull centaurs, especially now that they got their block. Building them back up from scratch sucks. And like you were saying before, you probably want to do a kill tar and a carry tar. Is that what you call
Ball centaur?
Ball centaur.
Come on.
I don't
Keep
know,
up
man.
with my jargon.
Dwarfs. Chorfs still count in my dwarf book,
Yeah.
but not
They're
so
even
many.
worse.
You know,
We regular dwarfs look down on our chaos dwarf.
we can
Loser
talk more about
brothers.
this in the future, but I think regular dwarves are actually worse to play against, at least.
It's because you haven't played enough chaos dwarf teams with all claw blockers.
No, that's true. Most of my Chorf games have been relatively undeveloped. Though I had my Devastational game was against a pretty developed Chorf team, like a 1,700 point team.
Yeah.
But I have good luck dealing with the centaurs. They've never caused me too much trouble. But they are beautiful pieces, incredibly fast. Like to fail. So yeah, you want to get your rerolls, you want to get your APO. That should trump every other priority in terms of where your money goes. In terms of wins and losses, looks like we're 1-0-2.
Yep.
1 kill inflicted, 3 deaths sustained, 7 casualties. Wow. Yeah, so you're on the wrong side of the casualty line, but let's see, what were you playing? Looks like a Kislev team.
Undead and Nurgle.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough lineup. So don't take it too hard. Oh, that's Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Cool.
All right.
What else we got?
Moving on to Dark Elf Team, Nuffle Nose Wonk Elf Fun by Wunderbar.
That's a tough name. I might just call these guys Nuffle Nose Fun. Got the nice lime green Gatorade Dark Elf outfits. I like them.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. See, I'm more on the Gatorade side of the soft drink equation.
Yeah. It's got I don't get it. I don't
No
get
witches.
player names. What's the gimmick here? Eldoon Noodle? Never odd or even? I don't get it.
Yeah, why don't you write in to us, Vundaba? Let us know what the decoder ring is I like race car because you
Race
can
car.
spell it forwards and backwards the same way. Like Madam,
Is that
I'm
what
Madam.
it is?
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what it
palindrome.
is. They're all palindromes.
Oh, they're all palindromes.
Oh,
See, I did it.
Oh, you broke it. Broke the case.
It's like in that movie National Treasure. And I'm who's in National Treasure? I'm Nicolas Cage.
Oh no. I'm
Not
sorry.
the bees.
It's the wrong Cage movie.
That's the wrong. Oh, I thought that was the one where he had the bees, and he
Maybe
punched that lady in a bear
I
suit.
don't know. They all run together.
So he's got his Blodge Blitzer. It's nice. Got dodge on his runner. It's nice.
A block lineman.
Yeah, block lineman. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Got some
got
decent
his
points.
Apo, 2 rerolls.
He's down a lino, but that's no big deal. Loners are just fine when it comes to Delphs. And he's got 80k in the bank. So he can buy another lineman when he feels like it, or start getting that Witch Elf, which would be what I would recommend.
Get that Witch Elf.
Yeah, it's really a team-changing piece. It's funny, not one Witch Elf so far for all these Dark Elf teams.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I always build them built in from the start. Make them my ball carrier / pray for MVP guy, because, man, they're just incredible.
They really are. All right.
Looking at his
his record.
Greenhorn matches, he's 2-0-1. It's a good start. 22 injuries inflicted, 4 CAS inflicted.
His only losses to Underworld.
3 CAS sustained. Yeah. It's a good start.
It is. Well, Dark Elves are a really good team.
Yeah.
I think with the Nurgle influx, there's also been a big influx of these Dark Elf teams. Like I think even a couple coaches that were in our divisions last year re-rolled into Dark Elves.
Mm.
All right, so that brings us to our last team.
Yep, last team.
It's
Thank God, because dwarves.
Yeah. Couldn't come sooner.
Couldn't come sooner. I've
So,
been
yeah.
holding my breath, waiting for this moment.
So yeah, this team's a real piece of shit.
Awful.
Yeah, I mean, you could just look at it. It's
Self-hating
green.
dwarf team. Come on.
Yeah, self-hating dwarf team named after, and look how beat up they are because they're no good at this game.
The runner. What's up with this runner? What's he at?
He's only got one guard, and that's out for the game.
Miss Nick's game runner.
Yeah, his runner's out, which is
He's
like.
got an agi busted long beard.
And what good is a long beard without 2 agility?
Can't even dodge away.
Yeah, can't do nothing.
He's
He's
got
clearly a scaredy cat. He's got his Apo and his 3 rerolls.
He's got 2 troll slayers with only 1 injury on him. No SVP. He's got 2 blitzers. He's got 1 that probably got him. Looks like he got MVP. He's not making any hits with these important players.
No, just not making plays.
It's just
This is bad team.
it's too bad.
Let's look at his record.
It's 1-0, 1-1-0.
1-1-0, yeah.
4 CAS inflicted and 3 CAS sustained. It's basically nothing happened. 96 blocks succeeded, and you only got 4 CAS.
You know what they call that?
What do they call that?
A game with dwarfs in it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it sure is. So yeah, this is a dwarf team, coached by Tim Nielsen. An uncreative name for an uncreative team. Oh, and Nair. Nair's one of the names. That's a good name.
Yeah, I bet you somebody else gave him that name.
Probably. All right,
This is
so I guess we'll take a look at the schedule.
Yeah, let's take a look. Only 1 admin game in this one, so actually, we've got 13 out of 14 signed up. It's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so
Nuffle Nose Wonk Elf versus Dignified Dwarven Dynasty. So it's Dark Elves versus Dwarfs.
let me
Who
look
do you
at
got?
that Dark Elf team again. That one was pretty developed, wasn't it?
Had a little bit, yeah.
Well, give me your pick while I take a look at these guys real quick. Oh yeah, that's the one with the 2 dodge guys. Versus which? Dignified Dwarven Dynasty. That is the guys.
That's the Chorf team with took some hits. He's got two bull centaurs and 4 blockers. No skills.
Yep, that's gonna be a tough one.
Hobgoblin.
For the Chorfs, still a little light on skills. I'll take the Dark Elves on that one.
I'm gonna go Chorfs.
You think the tackle will nullify those 2 dodge pieces?
Yeah, the 2 dodge pieces are the crux of this team, and he's got 4 tackle over there. I'm gonna go with the Chorfs.
Okay.
Those bull centaurs are good pieces.
Hey, if we never split our picks, we'd have no way to know who had the better picks.
Next up, we have Things Dwarves Hate versus Rogues Gallery. Clearly, this is going to be Rogues Gallery. I don't even remember what team Rogues Gallery is, but
they're not dwarves.
They are dwarves. Actually, they're chaos dwarves. Damn it!
Oh no!
This is dwarf versus dwarf.
Well, so maybe they both will grind each other into dust. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's got 2 block bull centaurs.
Are they?
I think this chaos dwarf team's got this one. While Coach Tim Nielsen waits for his guys to lick their wounds and come back.
Oh yeah. This is the one that lost. Yeah, so Mr. J is going to get revenge for his dead minnow. And on he'll go. Woods of Holly versus Maximum Ogre Kill.
Ogre Kill. Who do you got?
I don't want to, but I'm going to pick Woods of Holly.
I'm going Maximum Ogre Kill.
Are you doing it?
All the way.
You doing it?
I'm doing it.
All right.
He's got the piling on ogre. He's going to beat up some Woods of Holly elves. It's going to be good.
Yeah, that's going to... I guess we'll see. I mean, elves are a tough team for ogres, but it really depends on the boneheads. Like pretty much every ogre game depends on. So we'll see how Nuffle feels. We got a bye there for Almost Dead Poet Society, so they'll get their win and some points. For those of you that don't know or are new, in a bye you get both MVPs and you get 2 touchdowns, all randomly assigned, and money from both teams.
Yeah.
So it's great for resting your guys. It's great for getting a couple levels. Oh, great for development. And then a bunch of money, cash infusion. And remember that you start carrying team value over 150,000 gold. So buy your stadium upgrades or cut and hire linemen over and over again, but manage your TV that way. Unless you're a human team that wants to save 400,000 gold for the player market after the season, because that's the thing that happens too. All right, who we got next? Revenge of the Franks and Dead Wrestlers.
Dead Wrestler Society.
That's your pick?
So this is Lizards versus
Orcs.
Versus Orcs. This was that Orc team with the 5 strength.
Yeah, Buck Plank Chest.
Yeah, Buck. I'm going for Buck and the Franks.
Yeah, I'm with you. They're off to too good of a start, and the Dead Wrestlers are missing their Crocs.
Off to the races.
So I think this is going to be a punchy game. You know, could go either way with all that strength on the field for the Lizards, but that's a really good Orc team. So I'm going to go with the Franks as well.
All right. Next up, we got Ars Gotia versus the Thirst Quenchers. So that's Chaos versus Underworld.
Oh, that's the Underworld team.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Underworld. I'm going to go with the Thirst Quenchers on this one. While Chaos are still kind of earning their points. They were off. Ars Gotia was off to a pretty good start, if I remember.
It's off to an okay start. The Block Beast was hurt, though. So he's got no block, no skills.
Yeah, no skills on the field.
It's going to have plenty of goblins to pick on. Get some of those skills.
And that's the thing to do here, right? Is like get those get those points off those goblins for some of your Chaos Warriors. You got a lot of people in leveling range. But I'm not going to pick you. Not this week. I'm gonna go with the greenskins, green and rat fur.
I'm gonna go with the chaos. I think he
Yeah.
gets some good hits in on the goblins and get some removals. Uses that strength advantage.
Cool. So last week got Starstruck and Fear and Bloating.
Yeah. Starstruck is human.
Right.
versus Nurgle.
And this was a good...
That good human team.
This is a good human
strength.
team. Versus an
Blodge
early
might
Nurgle team. Oh, that's Maximum Ogre Kill.
This
Where are they?
was the Nurgle team with the 4 strength block Pestigore, 3 Pestigores, and a block Nurgle warrior. So it'll be a good
game.
first week matchup.
This
Matchup
is,
of the 4 strength or plus strength guys.
Yeah. Yeah, this is game of the week.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, you guys should throw something up. Do the @REL 5D when you're getting ready to play your game, or once you schedule it. Because I'd love to tune in and watch this one. I think it's a good matchup skills wise. You got your rerolls. Yeah. So who you taking in this one?
It's a Nurgle team, but he's got the 3 Pestigore start, so he's a little bit more mobile than most starting Nurgle teams. And the dodge and then the block 4 strength. I'm going with the Nurgle team.
I'm going to go with the human team because I'm a sucker for human teams. But I think you got and we should split anyway for a big game. It is a weakness. I pick with my heart, not with my mind. I don't know if that's more Mork or more Gork, but
yeah, it's going to come down to how well the human team utilizes the Mighty Blow, I think. If you can get some removals, line up some 2-die blocks with the Mighty Blow guys, it could swing. But, man, that block 4 strength Pestigore with horns.
Does he have a 30 player on any of his bloaters, rotters, whatever they're called?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
Disoriented, he's got one, so
keep that blitzer off the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to pick your division winner?
I think I'm going to go with this Orc team, Revenge of the Franks. That is such a solid start and such a good team. Orcs out of the box have a really solid mix of block on the Blitzers and 4 strength on the Black Orcs and 9 armor all across. And man, what a start out of the gate! And he's got the only 4-0-0 Greenhorn team in these divisions. So off to a rocket start. That's my pick.
Yeah, I kind of want to pick him too, but I want to mix it up here. I was actually. You did steal my orc pick, but that's okay. I can't always pick orcs. Woods of Holly, I would have picked probably if it wasn't for the amount of dwarfs and chorfs in the division. So I think they're going to have it a little rough early on. So I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with. See, I'm frozen again. Maximum Ogre Kill. You're my boy.
You doing it?
I'm doing it.
Yeah,
if I can't pick orcs, I'm gonna pick those ogres.
But it's a good pick.
I mean, I think in a 1,000-point division, everyone's starting fresh. Ogre, he's got a lot of ogres on the field right off the bat. 5 of them. He can still add another one if he gets some good money luck. Though he does have to buy snots on a pretty regular basis, but that's no big deal. Yeah, and that reroll. But I think he's got a shot. I think he's got a shot at really hurting some teams early while he develops. And if you look at his points, he's got points across all these ogres.
Yeah.
So Random Maximus, you're my man. Level 20 coach. You can take the division. You're just gonna stomp all these smaller people because they don't got your beautiful bellies full of snotlings. All right. So I guess that does it for this preview episode and our first week doing this. I don't know how long we've been running. Probably a little longer than we intended to, or substantially longer than we intended to. But it is
It's been a substantial episode.
Well, we're kicking the season off with all the gusto.
Full effort. Here we go.
Full effort. So for you guys, if you hit us up, you can hit us up with direct messages on Discord. That's probably the best way to get a hold of either of us. Certainly, you could try to get us on Reddit or any of the other channels. But if there's a good highlight or a good moment, hit us up in Discord. Tell us what game, what turn. We'll go check it out. If it's really cool and we like it, maybe we'll even make a highlight out of it. As well, we'll be doing another survey this week. I don't know if I want to try to direct message everybody, so I'll probably just throw up something, throw up a tag, and say,
Yeah, why don't we just put it on Reddit this time? How about,
"Oh yeah, we can put things on Reddit."
how about we do that?
All right.
Don't worry, I'll get that. You make the survey. You hand it to me. I'll take care of that.
Yeah, it's just Jimmy's got my back. But yeah, I think that's about all my notes. You got anything else on your end, Jimmy?
No. I'm excited to start the season. I'm excited to recap for you guys. I'm ready.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be a great season, and looking forward to seeing all the hijinks you guys get up to. And just remember, this ain't nothing funny when you're taking their lunch money. Good night, and Nuffle bless.
Peace.